What is the formula to successful property investing? Well, education and risk removal are the key points in my formula to success, and you're well on your way. So far in our series, you've learned how to calculate your ideal income in retirement, allowing for inflation. You know how much money you need invested to make it happen. You know what value investment property you can buy right now, and you know about leverage and the risk and reward that goes along with it. Believe me when I tell you, the information in this video series will make you an expert in property investing compared to almost everybody that you know. Your knowledge is growing. So let's have a look at the risk removal, a key part of my formula to success. In my early years in this industry, I met and interviewed over 1,000 potential investors. I met people who'd made money, people who lost money, and people who had done nothing, even though they could have. And you know the number one thing I took away from interviewing all those people? That Australians on average incomes can't afford to buy an investment property. Not the type they were buying anyway. The stats say that it's people on average incomes who buy investment properties, but it's the higher income earners who dominate the market. They just end up on low incomes because of all the large tax breaks they get. You know, wealthy investors can afford to get it wrong. If a property costs them $10,000 a year out of their own pocket, then so what? But if a lower income earner gets it wrong, they're in trouble. This episode is about learning from other people's mistakes, because you know what? You can't afford to make them yourself. When buying an investment property with the lowest risk profile, there are 5 key things to consider. 1. They must be new. Investors on average incomes need the tax breaks that new properties provide. That's what makes investing affordable for most people, particularly those on average incomes. Plus you'll get better rent and lower maintenance costs on new properties. They give you tax breaks that last up to 40 years. And they're much higher in the first 10 years of ownership when you need them the most. Number 2, they must be owner quality. So builders often approach us with properties that they say, look, this is investment stock. And you may have heard the line, you don't have to live in it. But you know what? Somebody has to live in it. So most properties are sold to homeowners. So you need to buy an investment property that if you sell it one day, is going to appeal to homeowners as well as investors. Number 3, they have to be standard residential properties. The test is, if you can't move in, don't buy it. So that means no student accommodation, no holiday accommodation, particularly no hotel rooms, no shops, no serviced apartments, no commercial properties such as offices, just standard residential properties in a standard residential area. Now these other niche market properties often come with a great story about what makes them such a great investment, but I can tell you Australian investors lose millions and millions of dollars by investing in them. Don't join them. Number 4, they must have cash flow that works for you. This is so important, we're going to discuss this in the next episode. Don't renovate. The formula is about removing risk. And if you think there's no risk when you renovate a property, you're kidding yourself. So just buy a normal investment property and get on with your life. Now the gurus who charge thousands of dollars to teach you how to make a fortune from renovating will shout me down on that one, but it's true. Now let me share a quote I found on the net. It says, the truth is property investing should be like watching paint dry or grass grow. If you want excitement, get $500 and go to the casino. Now, nothing is guaranteed with property investing, but stick to the basics, stick to the formula, remove as much risk as you can, and you'll have a much higher chance of success. Now, a lot of people think you need to buy older properties within 7 kilometres of a major city. And I can tell you that's just not true. Your financial planner or accountant might tell you what to do. They might tell you that's the type of property to buy. But guess what? They're amongst the high income earners who can afford them. If you're on an average income, it would be a mistake. You might get higher capital growth by buying something like a single fronted terrace near the city or an Edwardian house. But what's the point if you've got to sell it within a year because it's sending you broke? Buying older inner city properties is only for the wealthy. Let me just ask you something. Who do you know that's bought a property, a quality residential property, kept it more than 12 years and lost money? I mean, that's the secret right there to property investing. Buy a quality residential property, in a quality location, and keep it for a long time. I'll see you in the next episode.